that stuff. What is this? Assassini. Assassini.
So hyped for Origins.
Are you? We're live.
Oh, shit.
We're live.
We are live.
We are live. Cartridges galore. It is. Once again, our new guy Pat there, coming in
a
for
brief appearance.
For the cameo appearance. Then.
No porn stash this time.
No porn stash.
Yeah,
That's
no,
right.
he's
He got off
coming,
the
he's
stash.
coming in nicely today. Like him. Ladies, still single, he's looking. One of these days I'm going to say that, and he won't be single, and he'll actually get on me. He's like, I'm not single, but, I'm always open, ladies. But, what are we talking about today, Dan?
Talking about the new deals we got going on for the month
talking
of month of June, excuse me.
Yeah, and we're going to continue to talk about the deals. Obviously, if you were here last week, a little bit of sneak peek about the deals, so you just check the Facebook page, no one's dumb. But I'm going to get you guys started today. All right, so like Dan was telling you, guys, today's going to be highlight deal is going to be the buy a PS4 and Xbox One, and you get a free pre-owned game of your choice. We've got a nice little show there to showcase some nice little games. Some we have played, some we haven't. Maybe.
No, I played all mine.
Okay, we haven't played them all, but hey, there you go. So that's what I like to see. And then, of course, we got the buy one get one free, and on the wall retro stuff, sneak peek. That's going to be the highlight of next week.
Sounds good.
Sneak peeks again, and then last week, of course, if you came in to the Genesis, or what was it? Genesis Does?
Yes.
Genesis Does episode, or maybe Sega Does. Genesis Does. There you go. That was our last week highlight. It's back to. It's not back to school. School's out now. There's the nice little beginning of summer Xbox 360 showcase and games and stuff like that. So. We forgot to introduce ourselves. My name is John, your host, and of course, joined with me is Dan.
Hey, how y'all doing today?
Pat has got his introduction out of the way before we did.
That's right.
And
The most important.
I'm going to be talking about the PlayStation 4 today. I won that draw whenever we picked straws, and I claimed it first. And Dan's
I'll be talking about the old Xbox One.
Yeah, and long-time viewers, you saw him. We did this before. We did some kind of highlight console stuff where I talked about Xbox and Dan talked about PlayStation. So it was nice to mix it up
a little bit.
And none of us
Fresh
still,
opinions.
None of us still have an Xbox One, so this might actually be a real deal for Dan.
Yeah. Could very well be.
All right, who's starting?
Go right ahead, sir.
All right, I guess I'll start to get everyone off. Obviously, the console I'm going to show you isn't really a surprise. It's a PS4. Look at that. This is actually the slim model, and this is the first one I've actually seen in a very long time. It just came into the store today. It is very nice. I really like it.
I've also never seen one of those, and it is pretty slick.
Yeah, it's really nice. I like the buttons. It has like little buttons here instead of just the
like touch buttons on the other one.
Yeah, instead of like the touch buttons, which I'm not a big fan of. They've actually got the two buttons there.
Why don't you show them that piece?
Oh yeah, and if you guys are into getting like terabyte hard drives and stuff like that, they really made it easy. Look at that. I just took the whole thing off. They just pop off that little panel there, take out the hard drive. It's a nice, easy replacement on that one. All you just got to do is get your drivers online and all that stuff. Easy stuff, easy stuff. One thing I really like about this stand, I don't know if you noticed it, but look at the... not that, but yeah, look at the S, the square, the triangle. I'm going to see if I can get in the camera. That triangle, square, all the way to the next shape, because I can't see it. And it's got it all around the bottom there. I think it's really cool, really nice way to actually use like spacers and come up with something creative. Even the circle has like purpose. It's like a screwdriver hole and stuff like that.
Gives a little bit of bump off the ground.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
Get some nice cooling going on there. I mean, obviously not too great, but
No.
you can get vertical stands for this, just like the standard PS4 and all that good stuff. Another thing I like, or I don't know if I like it. I personally don't mind it, but there's not an optical port, I think, in the back for like surround sound systems or something like that. You have to connect it a different way. They still do have an Ethernet cable, which is big for me. I use a wire connection, HDMI. We've got that, and we've got an auxiliary cable. Is that called? Yeah. Don't know what that does, but hey, it's there.
Now, what's the price on that bad boy, John?
The price, I forgot. These have actually gone down in price. PlayStation 4s are now starting at $195.37. I don't know if it's a limited. I don't know if it's a limited time or not, but that's what they're at right now, and that's pretty cool. Let's showcase your system there, Dan.
All right, John. I got the old Xbox One.
And he does
Look
mean
at that.
he does mean old. That thing is huge.
Yes,
let's
it
take a
is.
little
Look at the
comparison
difference.
here.
Big difference, right?
Let's get the side profiles going on. Whew, my
Wow.
lord. It's like you could
It's
fit
like half
four
the
of
size,
these.
maybe a quarter the size.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's really small compared to that.
Yeah, but it's a great system. It still has everything everything that you're going to need. All the ports are in the back here, HDMI, you got your USBs, you got your power, you got your, what's that, audio, yes?
That is, I'm not sure.
For sure, I
IR.
don't
It
know.
says IR, so I guess you could use like infrared.
Yeah.
It's even got like a connect port right there, which
Yep.
you will not find on the Xbox One S or the Xbox One X. So if you want to get a connect, this is the easiest way to do it. You can get adapters with the new systems, but that's going to be the way to go on
Yep.
that.
And of course it has your Ethernet cable and whatnot. These are still running at $195. Still great price, pick one up.
Yeah, same price as the PS4, so if you're a little bit undecided on which one to get, now it's a lot easier because it's the same price here at cartridges. Not sure if it's for a limited time or not. We don't know.
We'll see how that all works out.
The world turns every day, doesn't it?
That's right. That's right. I do like the price drops, though. That was nice.
Yeah, I really
That
do
was
too.
nice.
It's really nice to have both the consoles actually be in a similar price point. So if you're on the fence, you can really just kind of pick out which games you like more, what your friends have, and stuff like that. And it's nice to
Definitely more
have that.
affordable, too.
Yeah. One thing I want to talk about with the Xbox One, I'm not a big Xbox guy, but there's one thing I really do love. If you actually have both consoles, funny enough, you could actually, so there's two HDMI cables here, one's in and one's out. You could actually plug a PS4 into the Xbox One and then have your Xbox One go to your TV and actually play your PS4 in like the picture-in-picture on your
this bad
Xbox
boy.
while you're playing your Xbox at the same time.
Right? It's pretty cool.
So if you're real chic, that's the best way to go
That
right
is
there.
pretty cool. Of course, they got the regular controller, really easy and ergonomic, nice to use. Fits well in the hand. It's wireless, of course.
Yeah, it is a nice controller. This controller here, I didn't get to talk about it whenever I was showing off the controller initially, is actually the new model. So it's the PlayStation 4, what would we even call this controller? The controller plus the
I
new
guess.
gen controller. It's got a little light bar in the front as well as the one in the back here. And it's like, well, what's the point of that? It's actually really cool. If you're a big guy who likes performance and stuff like that, this is probably one of the best controllers you can get outside of spending like hundreds of bucks.
Right.
Because you can actually plug it in with the micro USB, and it drops all latency, so there's no like
perfect.
delay
Gotta
between.
love
It's
it.
one-to-one with your button presses.
Really nice.
I love that in the new controllers. You can always tell by this front light, and that's the big distinguisher for that.
Very nice, very nice. Gotta love it.
So I'm going to jump right into my first game, Dan.
Yeah, go right ahead.
I've got 3 games. I think they really kind of incorporate a lot of what's various about the PlayStation 4. So remember that you do get one free pre-owned game with purchase. So all the games I'm going to show you guys are pre-owned. They're all available as options if you pick up a console, Xbox One or PS4. If you pick up an Xbox One, you could get a PS4 game.
Yeah.
If you want to be that person,
If
you
you want
can
to
do
be
it.
different like that, you can certainly do that.
But yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and talk about the Ezio Collection. Now, I think we talk about Assassin's Creed at least once a week, and I really picked this game because it is E3. Maybe I could have named the episode after that or something. 9 plus 1.
Right? Yeah.
It is episode 10.
Assassin's Creed 10 plus.
But a new Assassin's Creed game just got announced this week, Assassin's Creed Origins. That's taking place in Egypt, but if you want to know
Looks very
how
cool.
Assassin's Creed really got its start in becoming such a great series, the Ezio Collection is definitely the best way to do it. It's got 4K, listen to me, 1080p graphics, and everything is really nicely rendered in Assassin's Creed. I can't even show this. There's not much to do. There's no inside booklet. There's not even a movie ticket like the front promises, so whoever bought it first already used it. But Assassin's Creed 2 is probably one of the best Assassin's Creed games, and I think
I'm gonna have to try
Brotherhood...
that. Yeah.
Yeah. Brotherhood is right behind it in terms of like gameplay and stuff like that. And I think Revelation's really interesting because it wraps up the story from the first game. So if you ever played Assassin's Creed 1 and you wanted to know what happened to Altair, I think is his name, Altair's story gets wrapped up in Revelations, which is available on this.
Very cool.
It's
Very
actually
cool.
really cool. You get 3 full games. It's huge.
It's a big deal. So if you're since you're buying that PlayStation, you get a free game. You're actually getting 3 games
you're
in one with this one.
Yeah, he's not joking. You do get 3.
quite the
You'll get
deal.
to go to a bunch of different cities. I think in Assassin's Creed 2, you go to Venice, you go to Rome, you go to Florence, a lot of Italy stuff.
Very
the second
cool.
game takes place in Brotherhood. Brotherhood is in all Rome, but it's like a much more expanded. In the first game, you're only like in like a
Certain area.
small part of Rome, and then you're in all of Rome in the Brotherhood. And then in the third game, Revelations, you get to go to Constantinople, which is Istanbul, not Constantinople. It's been a long time
He did
gone.
his history lesson before this.
It's been a long time gone. But he got it. He got it. Yes, Black Flag is awesome. I love that one. I'm gonna give that a like. Bam. All right. So let's go to your game, Dan.
All right, my first game that I chose is also one that they showed a little brief demonstration that they'll be adding to it. This is Fallout 4.
Man, it's
Classic.
an E3 week, isn't it?
It
I didn't
is.
even notice it
It
until
is.
you brought it out. But yeah,
This is a great game. It's huge. If you get it, be prepared to put in a lot of hours because there's a lot to do. I mean, you can breeze through the game pretty quickly, the main storyline. I think in like 40, 50 hours, I think.
you could probably run through it in like 20 hours if you're running.
Yeah, if you're really running through it, you can do that. But there's so much to do. It's a ton of fun. Build towns, build up your people. You know what I mean? You can build different settlements. You can join
also-
different factions. There's 3 different endings. I mean, the list goes on and on. They have DLCs out, and now
They do.
that they announced at E3, they're going to be doing a VR Fallout 4, which will be really, really cool. I thought it looked pretty neat.
Yeah.
Post-apocalypse America would be very cool to, see in like in your own eyes, walking around. I think it'd be a lot of fun.
You know, with we were talking about Fallout. PlayStation does have the VR, and we do have copies of Fallout 4 VR. So if you ever wanted to get your PlayStation and get your VR started, you could easily pick up Fallout 4 on PlayStation 4 or Xbox. But we're talking about PSVR, so get that going, and then that'll get you through Fallout 4 one time, so that you're ready for the VR stuff. So you're
That's
not
right.
figuring out where to go necessarily, because that's not as fun in VR.
No.
You're just going, experiencing the world you're already
Right.
familiar with in a whole new way. And I've used VR before, and it is actually really cool.
Yeah.
Have you gotten the chance yet, Dan?
I used it for just a little bit. I got a little motion sickness.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
What game were you playing?
I can't remember the name.
We played a bunch of stuff. It was in the Hagerstown store we got
Nice.
it in. We played, what was it, Until Dawn, Rush of Blood. We played some indie game the guy had. I played the one big mecha game that was, oh man, how do I not remember the stuff? But yeah, there was a lot of cool stuff. I'm excited. Hopefully we get a PSR.
I'm waiting for the technology just to get a little bit better. I think in these upcoming years, I think it's going to really hit the really explode.
Honestly, I wish I had more E3 games, because I got like 2 more here, and none of them are
Right.
E3 like related at all. There's one more. You only have one more. So you're gonna try and squeeze like the definition of what E3 means to anyone,
Right.
and show off a Capcom game, because they did show Monster Hunter World for PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. And that looks really good.
Really cool.
And
really cool.
so once if you want to get some Capcom in you, Resident Evil 4 or 7. What do
I don't know what he was thinking. He's got Resident Evil 4 in his mind,
Yeah, I
I
was
guess.
reading the PlayStation 4. It's like for PlayStation 4, Resident Evil 4. But no, Resident Evil 7, or just called Resident Evil, but see, VII 7. And then it's called Biohazard, is like the Japanese name. Really cool. In the Japanese title, the Biohazard, that Z is highlighted in orange at the top.
Right.
So it's 7.
It's a very freaky game.
Oh, yeah.
Very spooky.
This game is the very first Resident Evil game that's entirely in VR, or not VR, but first person and VR, as you can see right there across. VR mode included. This game will normally run you about $44, but like I said, with the deal, you'll be able to pick it up for free if you want. It's very spooky. I'm going to be doing a full playthrough in October. I'm very much excited for this game, and I really don't want to talk too much about it, because it is like kind of one of those games where you kind of have to show up
play it
and
to
play
really
it to
understand
really
it.
get
Right.
not just to get it, but just to really be surprised. I
Right.
think the game has a lot of secrets and stuff like that. But I'll give you a little rundown of what the story is. You play as a guy whose name I forget. It's not that important.
No, it's not.
You're trying to save your girlfriend,
That's right.
who got captured by this family called the Bakers, and basically
Creepy.
they invite
Creepy
you to be
people.
part of the family. It's like Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yeah, basically.
But with Resident Evil, and this house is so spooky, and I really hate playing it. But, it's very fun, and I've heard the VR version is a nightmare. So,
I believe it.
once again, we're shilling the VR,
Yeah.
aren't we?
Yeah. That's a great game, definitely. All right, my second pick is going to be Battlefront. This is another E3 game. They're going to be doing Star Wars Battlefront 2. If you haven't seen any of the trailers for it or anything, it's going to be a lot of fun. They're incorporating a lot of new things. They'll have some of the newer characters from the new movies in it, which will be fun. Plus, it's just a great series. It really is. It's a lot of fun. What I like about this game is that, you get in there, and it's all your favorite characters on all these maps you know and love, like Tatooine, Hoth, what's the forest one? Endor.
Yeah, Moon
You know,
of
you get to
Endor.
play on all these great levels. You know, it's you get to play on the Death Star, and they
You
have a
get
ton.
to play- Oh yeah, there's a
they have
level
a Death
in the
Cell.
wing.
Yep,
I forgot.
Yeah, they have a ton of DLCs out for it now. But a new one looks really good. They're going to be incorporating like a whole new storyline. It's basically after the Empire gets beaten and everything, and what's left of all these soldiers and everything, what they do afterwards. You take the role of some special forces woman,
Yeah.
which will be pretty neat.
She was like a leader of the strike team that was sent down on Endor.
Right.
Basically, right before the new Death Star blew up. And I just want to touch on the comment there for a second. Yeah, definitely. I've heard that Resident Evil is one of the best games in VR. It actually, is better in VR than just playing it normally.
Right.
I can't imagine playing in VR. That kind of. I need
Scary.
the separation
Very
between my
scary.
screen and myself when I'm playing. 'Cause
Very scary.
I can barely handle that game with a headset on sometimes. So.
I've watched people play that thing when they're playing VR, and people come up and just touch them, freaking
Yeah,
out and everything.
that is real. I've had that happen to me playing VR.
That's
but
pretty
just to
cool.
touch back on Star Wars, because we do like to stay on topic here. It's a nice way to get yourself ready for the new game. I think a lot of the gunplay is probably going to be the same.
Probably the same. It's more of a first-person shooter than it was in previous titles. The older ones were more. I don't. What would you say?
I think
third person. Yeah, more third
I
person.
prefer third person in that game.
yeah.
I was like exclusively third person.
Yeah, it's all right
Especially once I
sometimes.
started getting like cool like costumes and stuff like that, cool
Yeah.
armor, cool like head pieces and stuff like that.
Right.
Like the blue chick or whatever.
Oh, yeah,
The
that is
blue-
pretty cool.
I forget what they're called. I'm not that deep in the Star Wars yet. I like the prequels.
Yeah, but they're awesome. It's a great game.
No,
a
I
lot of fun.
I do like the world of the prequels, though.
Really?
Yeah. Like I think the prequel has a more interesting world than the stuff post, but in terms of being a film, 4 through 6 are definitely way better.
I prefer the originals all the way.
Right?
Oh,
Even
yeah.
the world? I feel like
I
the
mean-
world's a little weaker there.
I mean, it's just the originals. You can never beat the originals.
I was going to say I saw the prequels first, but that's not true. I did watch them 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 7.
Got to watch them in the correct order. That's right.
4, 5, 3, 1, 2, 7.
All right.
Or just, if I were suggesting now, just watch 4, 5, 6, 1, 3. Don't even watch 2. 2 is so bad.
Yeah.
It is-
Yeah, 2 is pretty bad.
It's
wing
like-
That's very true.
It's not even worth watching.
The love story is a little
Not
little
even
lame.
Even that.
It's pretty lame.
Everything about it's lame.
Obi-Wan's
It's so
good,
boring.
too.
It's so long. The only thing good in that movie is Obi-Wan, and he's not even in it most of the
And
time.
you get to see Yoda fight for the first time in that one. That's
That
pretty
is
cool.
true.
That's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
You know what I'm talking about next, Dan.
Oh yeah, your favorite.
It's a game I really had to tell myself to stop playing because it made me so mad because it wasn't giving me what I wanted.
Yeah, that's true,
Skip-
John.
just
I agree.
Skip one and
Just skip him entirely.
I like one.
Darth Vader just seems like a little whiny brat when he's not Darth Vader really.
I like the Phantom Menace though. Here we're gonna keep talking about Star Wars for a second.
Yeah.
I like Phantom Menace to the point. I think that there's so much potential in the Phantom Menace that I really do enjoy it. It has obviously. The name is slipping me, but the song that plays during the Darth Maul fight is one of the best
that's a
songs
good
in
one.
Star Wars.
It's really fast and everything.
Yeah.
it's cool.
So that right there is worth watching the whole movie. Watch an hour and a half movie just
Just to see that fight
this
scene.
one song. No, not
Right.
even the scene.
Just the
this
song. John's the only kind of person who would watch a whole movie just to hear a song in that movie.
I really would. But I do like Phantom Menace to some degree, mainly because I saw it as a kid. I believe that's really what takes it to me. And I remember playing Lego Star Wars. That's really where I got introduced to Star Wars, and
Right.
I really liked the pod racing level of that game. It was super fun. I literally would replay it. So I really do
I can understand
enjoy.
that. Then. Yeah, the younger generation, likes the newer movies, whereas the older generation,
It's I think it's just what you
started
see,
right.
what you see first.
Exactly, really.
I think it's I was so young. If anyone's like 8 or 9 when they see Phantom Menace, they will definitely have a little bit more of an appreciation for
Right,
it.
more
But
relatable to it.
Yeah, I definitely concede that it's not a good film.
Definitely,
The third one, however, is genuinely a good one.
it's good the whole way through. I think.
Yeah, and then prequel memes
Yeah.
nowadays and all that stuff.
But back to the topic.
Back
at
to the
hand.
video games.
That's right.
No more. We're not Star Wars galore.
No, we're not.
Wait,
We
we should change it.
We're not getting paid. We're not receiving any royalties.
Star
or
Wars
anything.
galore. Here we go. Disney, please, play us, pay us,
Pay us.
please, Disney. All right. So the last game on my recommended list for you should pick up when you pick up a PlayStation 4 is a game I've put maybe 500 hours into. That's not something I say like that happily. I'm smiling, but I'm a little dead inside. Overwatch. This is the Origins edition. Now, I cannot guarantee you that this code would work. It comes with a little babble code for some goodies on your Blizzard account. Like I said, I don't know if this person used it or not, whoever owned it, because this is pre-owned. So they may have used it, they may not have, because not everyone uses...
That's right.
Not everyone plays World of Warcraft or Heroes of the Storm. So you have a good 50-50 chance on that, I believe. So Overwatch, in case you live under the biggest rock ever and haven't heard of it, is a... Oh my god, I was going to say 5v5. 6v6 multiplayer... whoa. Hero shooter.
That's strange noise.
Yeah, that was...
I don't think I've ever heard that one before.
It's like an alien or something. But, yeah, 6v6 hero shooter. Each character has, like, special things about them. Like, the character on the front
Traits
here
and abilities.
is, her name is Tracer, my favorite character in the game. She's an attack character. She's very mobile, has, like, time dashes and stuff like that, can rewind. She does not have a lot of health. She'll go down in, like, 1 or 2 hits, so you really got to be on your toes and stuff like that. Whereas opposed to the character on the back here, you see him running on what looks like light alone. His name Reinhardt, and Reinhardt is basically a tank. He's got a big shield. He's got a lot of health. You know, he can really
Meant
push.
to take the damage.
Yeah, and people get behind him and stuff like that. He's really, you know, kind of a frontline guy.
Right.
There's a lot of different heroes in this game. They says 21 on the back. I think they're up to 24 now. They
Right,
put 3
with
new
DLCs,
characters
right?
in. No, not even DLC. It's all
just
free.
added them. Oh,
yeah, just
even
all
better.
free stuff. Any maps or anything in this game are all free.
Gotta love that.
There's a new map coming out on Tuesday, I think. Or maybe it's
big
next
time.
Friday. So a new map's coming out soon. We just literally got a new character. There's events all the time where you get really cool exclusive skins and stuff like that. So Overwatch is definitely a game that you can play not only for like a weekend, but for basically a lifetime.
Right.
It is a
It
lifestyle
has won a
game.
lot of awards, a lot of Game of the Year awards.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Very
Nowadays,
cool.
actually changed it. This is called the Origins Edition. It's what the original ones are called. But now they just changed the Origin Edition to Game of the Year
Game
Edition.
of the Year.
Because it sounds a lot nicer. There's nothing different, but it just sounds nicer, I
Right.
guess. So yeah, definitely Overwatch, would recommend it. So my 3 games at the end are Assassin's Creed, which will get you 3 games in one. Third-person stealth action-adventure games. So that's cool. And then we had Resident Evil 7, first-person horror game. That's very cool. And I heard the DLCs for that are very good too. And then Overwatch, first-person hero shooter. So that was my
Good
recommendation.
choices, very good choices. Now, my third game, if I were to buy the old Xbox One and pick out a game for free, would have to be Batman Arkham Knight. I love this game. This is my first game in the series that I've played. It's a lot of fun. It's basically you run around Gotham City at night and try to solve crimes and beat people up and go about doing Batman stuff. It's really cool. This is the first game that you got to use the Batmobile, which is pretty neat. You drive that thing around. It goes through everything, destroys vehicles. It's a lot of fun. Batman himself has every gadget you could think of. His fighting is unreal. You get side characters in that. There's Batman, Nightwing, and Batgirl, Catwoman.
Who's Batgirl on there?
She was in there for a brief amount of time. Then she
Okay.
turned into Oracle.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, spoiler.
Spoiler. Sorry for everybody who hasn't played it, but they may not know who that is. Anyways. But,
Yeah.
it's a lot of fun. It's only $14.37, but it's a great game. I really enjoyed it. I'm going to go back and play the first and second one as well.
I can't believe you haven't played the other 2.
I have not. I really want to.
Speaking of playing the other 2, there's actually Batman Return to Arkham. We currently have it for PlayStation 4. You can pick it up with a PlayStation 4 purchase, which includes the very first game, Arkham Asylum, and the second game, Arkham City.
2-1er.
Yeah, 2 for 1 on that one, and they obviously remastered with beautiful 1080p graphics. I don't know if it's 60 frames per second, but I would hope so because it always looks so nice.
Right.
And yeah, that would definitely get you ready for Arkham Knight. They're all 3 made by Rocksteady, which is a very good company. I can't wait to see what they do next. But what's really cool about Arkham Knight, as Dan was pointing out, is they have a new character in this game. And you might have already heard us say his name a bunch of times, and I can't show him because the light hits me. And that's the Arkham Knight himself there. He's a really cool, basically he looks kind of like Batman with the bat wings,
But he's got
coming off the ears.
Visored face.
Yeah. He's kind of supposed
mask.
to be like the opposite,
Right.
where everything that Batman is, the Arkham Knight is the opposite.
Right.
And, he's kind of, it's not just some random throwaway villain character.
No, it's pretty
He
cool.
actually is kind of deeply rooted in the story and
Right.
has a nice background lore to him. I thought it was really nice. I like seeing a new villain in a Batman
Right.
game. Even though Batman has a ton of great villains, and I think they should all be represented at some point, it's really nice to see,
Something
a fresh
fresh.
face. Yeah,
Right.
yeah, definitely.
And then the little story they give you behind him and how they try to play him in slowly. It's pretty intriguing. It's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Yeah, it's definitely one of the best, and I really like it.
Yeah.
I played it. That was actually the first game I played on PlayStation 4 that I own. It came with my system when I bought it.
Right.
So I definitely
That's pretty
recommend
cool.
if you buy an Xbox One or a PlayStation 4, pick it up as well. Can't recommend it more.
Yeah. The fighting system in it is really cool. If you played Shadows of Mordor, they use the same fighting system in this one. It's a lot of like
Mordor took after Batman.
Oh, did it?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay, my bad.
Definitely, Batman's combat came way before Mordor.
Okay, well, excuse me, but anyways, it's still a cool fighting system. It's a lot of timed blocks, parries, and attacks when you can. You know, use your gadgets when you can, all to build up these huge combos and stuff.
We got to connect. We're going to connect it back to E3. If you've seen the new Spider-Man game that's coming
Yes,
out
I
for the
have.
PlayStation 4 and E3, that combat system is very based off the Batman Arkham style. So once again, we're tying it back. We tied them all back except for mine because it wasn't at all related to E3.
Right.
But this episode's called 9+1,
That's
not
right.
E3 show.
No, that's right. We're receiving no gratuity for
Yeah,
E3.
nobody pays us.
No.
Well, I mean,
Besides cartridges.
so yeah, I was like, somebody pays us, but not like any of the big wigs. We don't make cheddar here.
No. But yeah, so those are our picks for the Xbox One and the PlayStation. The prices are great, $195 for each one, and you get a free game with it. That's awesome. Can't beat that deal.
And some of these games my games were $44, so that's literally like a 250 value almost.
Right.
I'm generalizing here.
Right.
For 200,
That's
for
good savings.
195.
Really good
So
savings.
That's definitely decent. All right, so I think that's going to take us to the end there, Dan.
Thanks for tuning in,
Thank
everybody.
you for coming, Dan.
Oh, yeah.
And thank you guys for watching. If you're watching the VODs, thank you once again. That's the real love there, and we'll see you guys next week.
Thank you.